What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we got some parts for the rammer. Check it out. Banks, we got a Banks filter, or the air filter kit here. We got a Banks diff cover. Check out these air filters, guys. These things are massive. And no, it's not for the 19, it is for the 18. Yes, poor 18. I've been neglecting her, but we're gonna starting to build on it pretty much. I want to get some tunes for her. We're gonna do the Banks, everything, Banks shenanigans, Banks, you know, the filter, the cover, the tunes, the eye dashes. We're gonna Banks this thing out until I can finally get something for this. But we are waiting for my buddy Spence. If you guys remember Spence, that's looking for an older rammer. Oh, I think you hear him. We're waiting for him to pull up so he can help me with this, because we got the Can-Am that we got to work on over there. And there he is. He's finally pulling up to help me out. So while he's pulling up, parking, we're gonna get here and get started. All right, guys, Spence has arrived. Spence, ready to work?
No, you don't pay me enough for this.
You're right, I don't. But all we gotta do is really put this on, and then we gotta start help fix this thing, guys, because you go know from the last video it got a little smashed. It rolled. So we gotta, you know, figure out what we're gonna do there. If he wants to replace the cage, what the customer wants to do. But for the Can-Am, we got the front bulkhead, we got the fan, and the radiator, all the fluids and all that, but we're not gonna deal with that today. Today is rammer day. So first things first, we're gonna get some tools, get some lights, and start pulling off the old box. Okay, guys, so so far we just popped the top off and the two sensors right here. And Spence is going to look, he's gonna pull it off from the turbo. Should be just a flat head. So we'll pull this whole boot off over here, and then this right here is going to probably, looks like goes down like that, but I'll show you once we pull everything off. But look at the filter, just check this out. I mean, just filter comparison, guys, for you, if I can get this thing out over here for you guys. So I mean, look at this filter compared to this big mamma jamma right there, baby. That's right, look at that thing, guys. This is going to pull some air right here, boys. Get some serious airflow, get some boost, get some more Hurst purrs, get tons of more torque in this thing, and this thing should be flying, I guess, hopefully. You know, we're gonna do some tunes, don't forget, we're gonna do a little more to it, but this is just a start. We're gonna start with the ram air so the rammer can breathe. Okay, guys, it is off. Oh, check that out. Look at little turbo there. We got a little whole set. The rammer's still using these whole set turbos, but check it out. If you guys ever want to see the inside of a turbo, there you go. Ooh, a little hot.
You want me to start it?
Oh yeah, sure. That'd be just great. But that's what the inside looks like there, guys. So that's pretty cool if you've ever seen the inside of one. Okay, so while we got that off, now we're gonna put the boot on, guys. We have installed our actuator back on it. We're gonna plug it in, and then we're going to, next step, we're putting the hose on right here, and then we will get this installed in the truck and show you what that looks like once it's done. Okay, guys, so now we have mounted the arm, elbow, whatever you want to call it here. You know, we stuck the hose back on it right there with the provided hose clamps they sent us. We're going to stick the box, but a little note to self, guys, before you put this box together, make sure you put the filter in first. So we're gonna stick the air filter in first, and then we will put this all back together, put the sensors on, put Banks' cover. I'll show you the cover that Banks sends us for this, and then start it up, and we'll go for a drive and see a noise difference. I don't know if we will notice a noise difference, but what I did notice, guys, on this is on the old one, it had still had the that like cone with the that foam in it. So I know they use this to quiet it down. You know what? I'm actually regretting. I wish I did it before and after for you guys. My apologies, but hopefully, which I mean, I'll let you guys know, and I'll be honest with you. If I did hear a little bit, if I don't, you know, we'll see. But I do know when I took off, I forgot, I was working on a truck, and I did take the foam off, and I heard a little bit of a difference. Not loud, and I only heard it when I was accelerating. You can hear a little more of the turbo spool, the whine, I should say. than when there was the foam on it. So nothing crazy, nothing huge, but again, going from that little filter to, I mean, look at that thing. Yeah, going to that's a
soup can.
That's a big boy right there. That's a big dog. So we'll see. And one thing I did notice, which I'm curious to know, is I noticed on this truck and on my truck, the intake air temperature that's coming in here, it's always about a 30-degree difference. So if it's 60 outside, it'll say this is coming in at 90. It's been anywhere between 26 to 30 degrees on my truck. On this truck, I tested it. So we'll see on this truck, see if the temperature drops. But I'll do that during the day. I'm not going to do it at night because at night, it always cools down a lot more. All right, guys, there you go. Just like that, install. This was very easy. Probably took 30 minutes, 40 minutes. This is a very, very simple job. Any of you guys can do this with simple tools. All we used is flathead, Phillips. This is just to pull. There's a plug where the sensor is that pushed in, pop it out, but you can still use a flathead for that. A couple sockets, and you're good to go. You'll be done. So now let's start it up and see if we hear anything different. Go ahead, Spence. Start this thing up and let's see if we can hear anything, if it sounds any different. Oh, hold on. We better pull this magnet tray off so we don't close the hood on that. As I expected, I don't really hear anything. The only thing it sounds like is it sounds like a deeper tone, but we're not on the throttle, so we're obviously, I don't expect that this thing to sound crazy right now, but let's go for a test drive and see. All right, guys, check this out. This is insane. So I just went for a quick little drive up the street, and you can hear, listen to this turbo up here. Watch this. I'm not gonna get on it. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but you can hear the whistling. You know, you can hear the turbo basically. I didn't know. I know when I used to drive this when it was just the OEM intake, you could not hear this turbo at all, or pretty much zero whistle at all in the cab. So I'm gonna go up the hill now. It's not too big of a hill, but I'm gonna climb this hill right over here, and then I'm gonna see if the whistle noise increases, which most likely I assume it should increase, and see what it sounds like coming up this hill. Okay, so we're gonna climb this hill right up here. Let's see if we can hear anything again. I can hear it. So I don't know if the camera's picking that up, guys, but this thing sounds awesome with this in there now. Well, guys, after that drive, I drove it a little more and then drove it the next day just to see. I gotta say, it sounds good. So now, if you guys are looking for like some crazy power gain, remember, it's just an intake. So you're not gonna, you know, just by putting a ram air intake from Banks, you're gonna get some, you know, 100 horsepower out of it. But you will increase a little bit of power, a little bit of airflow. And when you do the full Banks setup, which we're gonna do to that truck, the intake, the DPF back exhaust, their tune, all that, then we're gonna get some real power out of the truck. And for you guys asking me, Eddie, what's going on with the 35s with the rammer? Well, guys, I put 35s on this. And have you ever seen like a huge, like big, massive buff guy, like, whoa, yeah. Then you like look down and it looks like he's got string hanging from his shorts, but really it's his legs. That's sort of what the truck looked like. This thing, it looked like it skipped out on leg day. Like all it did was its upper body and did nothing on leg day. Now I know some of you guys are thinking like, really, Eddie? Like, did it make that, you know, big of a difference? It did, guys. It killed. Well, I'm not gonna say it killed the look of the truck, but if you got a truck with 3 1/4 inch lift like this, it just it just like didn't look proportional. Like the tire, there was too much gap in between here, and you could tell the tire looked too small. So I just said, you know what, forget it. Put the 37s back on, bite the bullet, tow with it. I'm going to just tow with it, deal with it. But what is awesome is, so if you guys remember, I did an Instagram story Raj and the company he works with came out with new tunes. Now, a lot of you guys told me, Eddie, I don't want to get these tunes because I don't have a connect at the dealership like you where I can go update the truck. Well, guess what now, guys? You no longer need to update the truck. So, if you're on a new version or old version, the company now has both switch on the fly, CSP, switch on the fly, new version. So you won't get a check engine light on. So you guys that DM me said, I really want to get the switch on the fly. And this is also another reason why I'm not going with the 35s. With this, so as you guys remember, I only had a single tune on this truck. A lot of you guys still think I'm running Matt's tunes at Optim Welding. No, I'm not. I got rid of it. I didn't like the shifting. Great guy, but you know, the shifting was an issue for me. And the customer service was, you know, not to my expectations. So I switched to this company with Raj. It was just a single tune. It was nice, but didn't have too much power. Now, they just got the switch on the fly. When I put in the tow tune, guys, like now I can tell this thing, it goes, you know, and it's got a lot of power. And here's what's nice about this. So a lot of you guys say, oh yeah, I got EasyLink. I already got switch on the fly. Well, EasyLink, guys, remember, is not real switch on the fly. So like the first switch on the fly that I had, that you go under the hood and plug it in, that's not real switch on the fly. And you guys can do your homework and research on this if you want, but what that does is the one under the hood is, all it does is just keep adding fuel and air. That's it. The OBD2, the one with the auto cal that I have, did I say EFI Live? I'm sorry, I think I said EFI Live. I meant EasyLink. If I said EFI Live, guys, my bad. It was EasyLink. So for you guys that have EasyLink and have switch on the fly, it's not a real switch on the fly. If you look at it on like a chart or something, you can see all it does is increase the fuel ratio. The one with the OBD2, the auto cal, EFI Live, is a true switch on the fly, where it's actually, and that a new graph will come in. So when you take that switch, flip it, this graph, boom, takes off, another graph comes down and goes into play and actually changes things. You know, if you guys don't believe me, you can do your homework, but the reason why these companies don't tell you that is because the majority of you people are probably not going to notice, unless you're someone that's extremely anal like me and monitor more than, you know, 20 PIDs in their truck and do data logs constantly, filling up multiple SD cards. I noticed it, and I can tell. I noticed it, you know, with boost. I noticed it with the manifold air density. You can catch all that stuff if you have the proper device to monitor. Now, some of you guys say, hey, I only keep it on, you know, only one stage or two, whatever. I do too. I mainly keep it on the tow tune. But I will admit, I'm going this week into the desert, and I'm gonna turn it up to 4. I just wanna see. I wanna see if I can feel a huge difference. I'm sure I will, but I keep it in the tow tune number 3, and it was amazing. This thing, you accelerate, and it just kept climbing. I'm like, wow, I can't wait to see how it's gonna be when this thing is re-geared. But guys, intake is done on the Rammer out there, and just stay tuned. We're gonna start doing some more stuff to her. But that's all I got for you guys. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't click subscribe. Peace.